Alright, so we just got some huge news from Capcom about not only the title update for Monster Hunter Wilds, but also a bunch of stuff that's coming after. It came in the form of a letter directly from director Tokuda, thanking us because Monster Hunter Wilds has now sold more than 10 million copies. First off, we learned that not only are we getting Mizutsune, but we're also getting tempered Mizutsune that's going to be an 8-star investigation. Which is really nice since we don't have many 8-star investigations in the game right now. And it means that if you like the fight, there's a harder one right around the corner waiting for you. And they're both coming out at the same time. We also got a confirmation that at the end of May, we're getting an 8-star and tempered investigation fight for Gore Magala and all 4 of the Apex monsters. To me, this is pretty huge and exciting, because the 8-star investigations are where a lot of the real challenge comes from in Monster Hunter Wilds at the moment. And Tempered Gore Magala is already considered a threat, even though it's only a 7-star hunt, so I can only imagine how challenging it's going to be now. I'm honestly really looking forward to all of these fights, because they're some of the most important monsters in the entire game, so they deserve to be just as threatening as Gore Magala and Arkfeld. They specifically mentioned things like increased health, resistance to wounding, and tweak some multiplayer scaling, so these hunts should take quite a bit longer. Next, we got news about some of the balance changes coming in the update. A big one for Hammermanes is that the weapon's getting buffs, and they're also considering adjustments for other weapons. But a lot of these changes won't come until May or later. It also mentions that this will include some nerfs, but they'll also take things that are underpowered and make them stronger as well. This might mean looking at weapons like the Switch Axe, since the current playstyle pretty much revolves around using full release slash and not much else. This next one's going to be unsurprising to people familiar with a lot of the meta builds, but they're nerfing Corruption Mantle. It's just considered way too strong, and I think most people would agree. They're also going to look at buffing some of the other mantles as well, so hopefully it'll feel like you have more mantle options to play around with. They also mentioned making a lot of the systems generally more convenient, such as reducing the amount of time it takes to use certain facilities, or in the case of the Grand Hub, having pretty much everything you need all in one spot. They mentioned things like improving the user interface across the board, examples being an easier way to restock your items, to check skills, an easier way to join multiplayer quests, and also better controls for the Sacred. And it seems like we're also getting improved camera controls too. And this next update is going to be huge for a lot of people. In talking about performance updates, they mentioned that they're going to reduce the amount of VRAM that the game uses, since it uses quite a bit and this causes a lot of problems for people. We're also getting an upgraded version of direct storage, which should improve overall stability. And they mentioned that general performance improvements are going to be an ongoing process, so look forward to that. This one's kind of vague, but they talk about looking at the overall gameplay flow, including the in-game economy and balancing. It mentions downward adjustments for things that require more preparation time, so I kind of wonder if this means they're going to make the Ardian grind a little easier. The wording's a little unclear though, so we'll have to see when it comes out. We also got a confirmation that layered weapons are on the way too. I know many people are sick of using the Ardian weapons, so this should be a wonderful addition. And that's it for the new announcements for both Title Update 1 and what's coming after. As always, if you're looking for a place to play with other hunters, consider joining my Discord. I want to have a big photo shoot when the Grand Hub comes out, and everyone in the Discord's invited. Anyway, follow if you like news like this, and I'll see you in the next video.